Good afternoon, Prynhawn Dar, Croiser, welcome back. It's been a long time. Blwyddyn News Happy New Year. Um, yes, I haven't done a video for ages. I thought I'd do one. It wasn't a New Year's resolution, but I thought, let's get back into it. I haven't done one for ages. This is an old game for me. I used to play it quite a lot. It's been updated a couple of times since. It's kind of one you can take it. I like it because you can just sort of pick it up and drop it, You don't have to sort of stick with it. I started playing it before I played any of the actual Fallout games. Which I didn't entirely understand some of the references. And obviously there's the TV series out now as well, and there's an event linked to that, which is why you've got this nice new Vegas skyline here. This is my vault. As you could probably see at the start, it was on fire. Fire spreads really quickly. It started in the overseer's office, but it gets put out really quickly as well, so I wasn't too worried about it. Living quarters, but they're empty at the minute. Power generation, which is kind of like the most important building at this stage in my thing. You can take the period dwellers level up, which is good, gets you some free caps. Water treatment, restaurant. They're not fully upgraded, my buildings. The main thing was to get to this point I could get med bay, science lab, and an overseer's office, because an overseer's office lets you do quests. Now I can click on my number of people. So here are my little people in my vault. And I've got lots and lots of people. Just check nobody's on coffee break, because if they're on coffee break, they're not doing anything. Now, like I say, the most important thing in many ways at this point is to have enough power, and you can see power is something I am close to low on. So I'm going to probably move. She's not wearing the right clothing for it, but I'm going to move this lady by here into power. Now, when I click on the power plant, I can click on there, I can see that I've got 6, so I've got a maximum number of people working in power, and power workers work best if they're a bit stronger, so I've gone with stronger dwellers, although most of my dwellers are all fairly low level, so it makes fairly little odds. Try and build your rooms 3 size, that way they're more efficient. So I've got a large water treatment, a large restaurant, a large med bay, a large thing. You'll see I've got a small storage room. Storage rooms don't matter so much, because you're not actually producing anything in those. I might actually demolish this one and fit in another 3 by 3 long building in there, possibly a strength training room, or maybe another power plant, because as I say, power is going to slowly become an issue. You can see how it compares to the others. 214, 300, but it's the little bars what I need, so it's a little bit close. Out in the wasteland, I've got Wanderers Exploring. I say exploring. These guys have gone off on a quest, so that's what we're going to have a look at now. This guy is just wandering aimlessly. You can see he's got reasonable weapon, reasonable armour, and he's got a gun. They last longer if they've got all those things. He's got 6 stimpaks. He is out of Radaway, so he won't last all that long, because inevitably people wandering around the wasteland get radioactive poisoning, and then that stops the health being recovered even if they level up. But it's a really good way to level up your dwellers. You can see he's level 19. I don't know what level he went out at. It wasn't level 19, that's for sure. And there's a log of what's going on. This one, she went out at like level 7 or 8, and now she's level 29, so really good way to level them up. She has been out for a long time. Again, she ran out of Radaway, but she's on her way back to the base. Could speed her up, but I'm not going to, because it doesn't matter that much. And because I now have an overseer's office, which you can build when you have 18 people, so initially you want to be trying to get in quite a lot of vault dwellers, but don't have too many children, because children can't contribute anything. They're just a burden until they grow up. Possibly true in real life as well. But I will say, it's a really good way to raise the dweller's happiness. So if you've got a dweller who's feeling a bit down, you can go make them have a baby, which is, so you pop them in here, and I'm going to put this guy with a big funny nose, the funny goggle, funny glasses, the comedian suit. Oh, where's he gone? He can go and have a baby with that lady. It's a pretty direct thing. You may have just heard my phone vibrate. That means the mysterious stranger has appeared, and you can click on him, you get some free caps. But he's gone again. He's not always. Sometimes he's really easy to spot. Other times you miss him. And you may have spotted him. I didn't. So these two now, basically, if you put them in the living quarters and leave them, baby, who cares about the sun? I'm the only light you need. They start flirting, and then inevitably they will have a baby. That's how simple life is. And if they go in the little room at the back to create a baby, their happiness goes up to 100% guaranteed, which It's not my experience, but there we are. That's another story. Right, anyway, let's jump into the actual quest. Oh, don't need that one, sorry, wrong button. The quest that's going on out in the wasteland. So I've sent these guys off on a quest. You see, this is Lucy from the TV show and two randos. So this is one of the seasonal quests. This season's only supposed to go on for about 9 days or something. So I don't know if my vault will simply cease to exist at the end of that. It may do, in which case we'll try again. But we'll see how we go. The loading screen some time later. So here we are. So we're asking the Khans to leave Novak. So this is obviously no vacation, no vacancies, or whatever it says. So you go into the buildings. Come on, guys, in we go. So you run into the buildings. These buildings, the designs do tend to be pretty much the same. They'll say things like definitely on the right track. It makes no difference. This is Khan territory. What do you want? Could it maybe not be Khan territory? That sounds like a challenge. Let's fight. Bum, bum, bum. Sometimes you get it that if you press on the right button, you don't get, they won't fight, but most of the time they're just going to keep fighting. And they're not strictly wearing the right things. I think the Khans, I can't remember what they wear in the TV show. I'm pretty sure it's not. These are sort of standard raider outfits. Lucy obviously has got her trank gun, so she's got quite a powerful gun. The other two, I forgot, enhanced BB gun. That was a mistake. Shouldn't have sent him out with one of them. And this guy's hopefully got some better enhanced hunting rifle, so you can see it do a lot more damage. Once they're dead, you can click on their bodies and loot them for stuff. Stay frosty. They always say the same sort of little comments as well. If you see a room and there's something glittering in it, like this chest back here, I probably can't click on it until the raiders are dead. But once they're dead, you can click on it and you get, it means that's where something's hidden. Doesn't always mean it's anything good, but, it's like the Fallout games. You scavenge everything. And a lot of what you scavenge can be useful. There are ways to target people. Obviously, I can see this fella here's health is beginning to go down a little bit. I'm not too concerned yet, but might want to heal him up later on. It's all automated, so I'm not actually really doing anything at this point. You can click on people to target them faster. Oh, there we are. So I've got that's nice. That's one of my treasure wheel spin token coins. Empty rooms do come up as well. Then you might find a swimming pool in the wasteland. Swimming costume and thing. So that the swimming costume is not a standard thing. That's something that presumably specific to this quest. Elevators. Most of these buildings, you'll have an elevator that will take you up or down to the next level. More raiders here. Pew, 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 pew. It doesn't matter what they... Oh, this is a critical hit. So it doesn't matter... double down. It doesn't matter what they are carrying in the thing. That doesn't mean that's what they're going to drop. So they can have like a massive gun and you click on them and they'll drop something absolutely naff or whatever. But that's just kind of how the game plays. So they're deemed dead now. I might give this guy a stim pack just so I don't have to focus on him so much. So he's all healthy. And we're going into the next room. You now face the crazy Khans. If they like you, they won't kill you. Do the crazy Khans like you? I wonder if the crazy Khans like the crazy Khans. Don't make the crazy Khan things. Philosophy for the boss only. Oh, there we are. So that I suspect that was an arbitrary conversation where there was nothing that you could do, but I could be wrong. She's now targeting him. Which now I'm going to get... Oh, hang on, I've got another critical hit. So the critical hit, you get this little meter appears. If you click it right at the centre, it does 5 times damage, sorry. Everywhere else is less. Pew! So not very good. If the higher, I think it's your luck, but it might be your perception. The higher the one is, the slower the arrows move, so the easier it is to click on it at the right time. These guys are fairly easy, so it shouldn't matter too much, but it can make quite a difference. There's a glittering thing under there, load of loot. So a good amount of gold. And then we go into the last room, and randomly there's nobody here. The Khans are okay leaving all this nice stuff lying around. Oh, so we've got another gun, some gems, and machine gun. Yeah, and that, I believe, that appears... No, hang on, we've got one more room, sorry. One more room. There's a dinosaur there at the back. Last room. Word of your coming has reached me before you even stepped foot in my halls. What do you wish? We want the... I'm just going to say you're too smelly. Hopefully that'll lead, presumably that just... I don't think it matters what I say here. Give it a few days and you'll smell much worse than we do, which means they're going to fight. Bum, bum, bum. Can we go on with it? Yep, there we are. So the one with the skull is a boss. They're slightly tougher. Not much tougher in fairness, but slightly. So I'm going to get both of my best guys to target him. This guy can use a stim pack to make sure he stays alive. I say he's the best guy. I think he's the one with the rusty BB gun, isn't he? But anyway, never mind. They're going to try and get him out of the way first. Boom, because his special attack can be quite effective sometimes. And my other fellow there is doing quite a confident job of finishing everybody else off. And I can just do one last critical hit. Double 2.5 that one, so that's a bit better. And they're all gone. And then I get a nice shiny new gun as well. Pick up the stuff that they drop. A good few hundred caps. And now I can return to base. And I've done my mission. Yep. And off they go. So those are missions. So I've got an armor-piercing BB gun, armor-piercing assault rifle, rusty T60 pistol. I'm assuming that the assault rifle sounds the most useful, but who knows? And we're return to vault, and we get 5 of the spin tokens as well. So this is season-specific, but those are actually really quite useful and quite good for growing quite quick. So we shall take them back and see where we go. And a short time later.